Bringing you in.
Yes, sir.
Welcome everyone to a new edition of Enter the Tomb. I am your host, the Pharaoh. Welcome everyone. I am your host, the Pharaoh. Alongside
your boy, Hall of Famer, going to be two-time Hall of Famer, Sweet T.
Oh yes, the Hall of Fame, the legend, the one, the only, Sweet Waka Flocka T. I have to say Waka Flocka. I had to do it.
I'll do it.
Is this your first time or Into the Tomb?
I think we had one for the Brand Wars one. Me and Vontae did a little quiz thing, but I don't think I've actually been on the podcast itself.
Gotcha. Well, you are our honored guest, one of many, certainly the first. I would like to welcome you to Enter the Tomb. This is a special night. It's a huge night because we are doing a pre-show for two major events in our league. XPW Aftershock, which you are a part of, and EWO First Class, our PlayStation brand. So this is a big, huge weekend, a lot of competition, and something we work so hard to put together, just so we can get the members, something to do, something to feel accomplished in, and something to go after. There's some championships on the line. How you feel about this weekend?
And I'm hyped. You already know I'm going to go out there, do what I do. We'll be looking at these EWO guys because I do have a PlayStation now, so they might get the smoke next.
Woo! Okay, expanding. And we have some people on the PlayStation side that's trying to get the Xbox, and we're going to see if we have a little bit of a crossover, We do have...
Oh, get to work.
Last year, hold the line, EWO, they crossed over into XPW and wrecked some stuff up. So maybe we can get more of that crossover in the future. But thank you for joining us here today. We got a lot to go over. We are going to break down the matches of XPW Aftershock because you are a member of the Xbox brand for now. So I just want to get your thoughts about the matches, the contests, what to expect, some of your predictions, and we're just gonna break this down. How you like that?
Sir, sounds like a plan.
All right. So let's pull something up here. Let's get this card pulled up. Okay. Aftershock. We are in season 8 for XPW. Season 8. Man, going back since 2015, we've been doing this thing. You've been part of our first season, so you always have a home here. You've been in and out, but you always show up. We miss your Hall of Fame brother as well, John Bells. So we keeping this thing rolling. We're keeping it rolling.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Always around.
So we got 8 matches on this card. 8 huge matches. Before we get to where you'll be competing, I don't think you are competing on the card.
Oh, did me an ass. You know.
Yeah.
Gotta let those little boys shine.
Yeah.
My time in the spotlight.
You did. You had your time. You had your time in the spotlight. And okay, so before we get into the card, wasn't there weren't you the one that came up with Final Stand?
I think it was Ground Zero.
Ground Zero.
I came up with the name for it. Yes, sir.
Ground Zero. I know we were like debating like what shows to call certain shows and stuff like that, but I knew you contribute to like a really popular show, and the match as well. The Doomsday match, you came up with that concept as well, so that's a really great show. We've been running.
I left my little mark.
Yep. We've been running Ground Zero every single year, so thanks to you. I really appreciate that. Okay, so let's break down the card. Our show opener: Johnny Prince versus Drew Drake, the King of Slur. What's up with this?
Man, I see these boys chirping all the time in the chat, back and forth at each other. Johnny got that experience. He has that resume, but Drake's resume is also growing, so this is a little proving ground for him, honestly. Mm-hmm. If he can overcome Johnny Prince, I feel like, honestly.
Yeah.
I'll put my boy Drew Drake in on the dub on this
Okay.
one.
Drew Drake, he does have his moments. He shows up when he needs to. That's a good pick. Next thing, early in the card, the theme of this pay-per-view is that, of course, we got the main event, ECB versus Vontae, but there's another main event. To determine the XPW World Heavyweight Champion. The title got vacated last year after Final Stand. Cade Archer won it, and we already know the story of that. We don't have a world champion. We had a draft. Carnage drafted the world title, so now we have to find out a new world champion. And Aftershock, the show opener, we got 2 matches, 2 qualifying matches. Those winners will go into the main event to fight for the world championship. So this is a night of endurance, a night of resilience, and who really wants it more. So our first qualifying match would be Sergio versus Sean Masters. What do you think about these two?
No. Sean Masters, not too much. But Sergio, he's always around. I've been watching him the last year or so. He's been around in the company, or since I've been back anyway. And gotta go with my boy Sergio, or at least through the first round.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good pick. He's a former world champion. Lost the title at Final Stand, so it is really burning him for him to get in that spot one more time.
Yeah.
Truly. All right, next qualifying match would be Jason McCarthy, the current Intercontinental Champion, versus Evan McCarthy, the Battle of the McCarthys, a former Universal Champion. What do you think about this one?
And they're putting it together on this card. I want to see Jason do the 2-time. I want to see him be dual champion. I want to see if he can do it twice in one night, because if he can do it in this tournament, then he'll have to do it every other pay-per-view with both of those titles. Open ground for him as well.
Absolutely. So now we have Jason McCarthy and Sergio. Main event for the world title. Who you got?
It's going either way, but that cowboy sneaky shit sometimes.
Okay.
I got the cowboy in the high pressure.
Nice. Love it. Let's keep it going. All right. A wild card match. Something that's probably going to be very entertaining. This is for the XPW Hardcore Championship. We have the reigning champion, Walter Avon, versus Pork Chop Johnson in an absolute violence match. See, you giggled there. What's going on in that mind?
Just when I met Pork Chop Johnson in the back, then instant click. I saw the future in that monster's eyes, and that hick is going to get the job done.
Oh man, what a pick! Porky J is going for the win over Walter Avon. I would love Porky J to win, but he's lost every match we've had so far. But he's been so entertaining. He's not ashamed of who he is. I would love to give Porky J the rub, but I don't know. Walter Avon, the thing I got against him, he hasn't been as active. He hasn't been getting in those reps. He hasn't been in that ring, so we don't know what we're getting this season from Walter. But Porky J has been wrestling every week. He's been putting in the miles. He's been losing, but he's been showing promise. An absolute violence match. This endurance doesn't favor Porky J, but let's see. Hey, anything can happen with this one. Anything.
No endurance if you can just slam him down and beat him with a weapon.
Hey,
that's all he needs.
Exactly. All right. Next up will be the United States Championship. Joe West versus Adrian Atlas for the U.S. title.
Two things running through my mind. Adrian Atlas, the resident XPW jobber, versus Joe West, who just got destroyed backstage by Kate Archer. So, those two forces combined, Adrian might do it.
Really?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Joe West going to be weak, and that's his time to shine.
Nice. Okay. Let me see here. All right. So next is for, once again, this is for the XPW World Tag Team titles. Prodigy taking on Hearts of the West. Prodigy, of course, Walter Avon. He's going to be doing double duty. And Ray Collins. And they're both going to take on Hearts of the West. A dedicated tag team, a loyal tag team. You know a lot about tag team wrestling. Who you got in this match?
Now, once again, playing into that resilience factor, that's more like Alvin, Pork Chop Johnson's going to put him through hell.
Mm-hmm.
And that's going to take him down a peg. It's just going to be Ray. But then you have Joe and, hold on, Jason already in other matches as well. So that's going to be a sticky situation. I think Ray might have to do it for his team. Put down Hearts of the West.
Okay.
Yeah,
so
Prodigy for the dub.
A title defense. All right, nice. All right, so we've already, gotten a little bit into the main event with, you picking Jason McCarthy as the winner. I respect it. We're gonna see if you're right or not. Let's just see if you're 8 for 8 on this one. Let's just see. But our other main event, this has been an understated rivalry, because these two have battled for the Universal Championship before, or they battled in some form of a title match before. Vontae has been a Universal Champion before. Of course, ECB is the reigning. He was the Season 3 lead and Season 3 the Grand Slam Ultimate Champion. And now we're finally at a place where ECB is on the top. He is the man. He beat Dalton Prince at Final Stand, where everyone doubted him. Everyone thought he was going to get washed, because everyone thought he was the shell of a person. But he proved everyone wrong, and basically had a Steph Curry season. Basically, he was just putting numbers up. And ECB, he's on the top of the mountain. But this is his first title defense of the season. Is going to be in a 3 stages of hell match with Adrian Coleman as the special guest referee. This is for the Universal Championship. What do you got going on? What you think is going to happen?
Those last few words changed my prediction.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm going to go Vontae with it. He's going to overcome those odds.
Woo!
I know wrestling. I know a storyline when I see it.
Mm-hmm.
I have some. Yeah, ECB's not walking out with that title.
Oh, man, what a controversial pick. So, Vontae, this may be a breakout season. We don't know if Adrian Coleman, the general manager of Anarchy, is going to play any kind of role. He may be neutral and split it down the middle. We don't know the loyalties, because he is a general manager. We're going to assume he's going to be impartial in all of this. But there is a history between ECB and Adrian Coleman. They dominated the league together. You never seen ECB lay a finger on Adrian Coleman and vice versa. So there's history there. We will see if Adrian Coleman, our general manager, can keep his emotions in check and can call this thing down the middle. Well, that's why we gotta watch it. That's why we play the game. So that is an interesting bout. So, sir, thank you for your pick, sir. Any final words before we go into break?
Good luck, everybody. Make my predictions right and put on a show for everybody.
Okay, you heard the man. So we're going to take a quick break. Stay tuned. We'll be back for another guest here on Enter the Tune. Stay tuned.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
that video?
Oh yeah, oh right, I've seen that on. Okay, here we go.
Oh, okay.
Like this. How do I? Don't.
No.
Remind me. Oh, here we go. That's right button.
Thank you, sir.
There we go.
Okay, I'm about to bring us back.
Okay. You see, I look nothing like this in the EWO world, but you know.
Oh, good.
Like that.
Welcome back. Welcome back. We have a special guest here tonight. Well, first off, he is our reigning UFC champion on the Xbox division. But here tonight, this is Sergio Rodriguez. How are you doing, sir?
I'm very happy to be here. I will tell you that much. First of all, I guess one little correction. John Stoic is the UFC champion. I use both characters, but not the.
Yes.
They're different wrestlers, so.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
So.
John Stoic, you know, he's killing people in our UFC league, killing folks, and now we're going to have a PlayStation division. Is going to expand in the next coming days. So if you're interested in joining that portion of the league, you know, want to get into some UFC fighting, you know, that's the place to join. But you got to go through that man first. So, but we're here to talk about Aftershock. This weekend, you have a match. You have a match. We're going to talk about the card, what you think about it, you know, get your thoughts, ask you a little bit of questions, get some predictions in. Let's see if you can beat Sweet T's prediction list. So, you ready to get started?
Yes, I am.
Okay. So, we're going to start at the bottom of the card. Johnny Prince versus Drew Drake. Who you got for that one?
I've wrestled Johnny Prince quite a few times, and to be completely honest, I mean, I've wrestled both of those guys. Let me say that.
Mm-hmm.
I have wrestled Drake and Johnny Prince. Johnny Prince much more than Drew Drake, and to be completely honest, I don't think either of them wrestle that well. No disrespect to them, but I mean, there's a reason why they're at the bottom of the card, and am I in the main event or co-main event? Either way, I'm higher up on the card than them for a reason.
Yep.
But
yep.
I think they have good clash of styles. Johnny Prince is definitely more. He definitely has more wild, aggressive style. He likes doing more high-flying stuff. Versus Drew Drake is, I would argue, more well-rounded. I would. Who would I take? I'll say Drew Drake. I'll say Drew Drake on that one. I think he's gonna keep a level head in that match, and Johnny Prince is gonna. He's gonna exert himself too much, and I have Rick winning that. I just think he's a more down-to-earth wrestler, and he's gonna win that match.
Oh man, yeah, that's a good pick. You know, Johnny Prince, he's the ultimate underdog. Okay, so you know, I don't think anyone thinks he's gonna win any match, but you know, he always surprises people. So,
like that sounds rude.
No.
I would not. I would say I'd say I have Drew Drake 60% chance of winning. Like it's not. I have him winning, but it is not an easy fight for him in the slightest. It is relatively up there, but that's who I got.
All right. Well, speaking of you, you're going to be in the show opener, but you have a chance to go into the main event for the XPW World Heavyweight Championship. You are in a qualifying match against Sean Masters. First, my question to you is, you know, what do you think about Sean Masters, of course, and second, what do you think about, you know, winning the world champ title again and losing it, you know, last season? How did that make you feel?
I'll be honest. I mean, losing it is never going to feel nice, especially to someone like Ray Collins, who, let me just say, across the indie scene, I've lost to quite a few times. I've never beaten him in singles competition, which does not feel good. I will admit, it does not feel good at all. But I would certainly love to have it around my waist once again. I mean, who wouldn't? And I think Sean Masters is probably it's basically just like an easy ticket right to it, because I've already beat. It was not hard at all, and I can do it again.
All right. So Let's just put you in the main event right there. There's another qualifying match between Jason McCarthy, the current Intercontinental Champion, and Evan McCarthy, a former Universal Champion. The Battle of the McCarthys. Who you got winning, meeting you in the main event?
Just like with Johnny Prince and Drew Drake, I have wrestled both those guys quite a few times, and again, it's a very tough decision. Jason Morgan beat me. Sorry, ignore that. That's a different person. Jason McCarthy. There we go. He has beaten me in our most recent encounter. It was a close match, but he got the better of me that night. And I've had many bouts with Evan McCarthy across XPW and the Indies. So many times, and sometimes I've won, sometimes he's won. It really is close because Jason he brings 100% every single time, but there are times when Evan McCarthy sometimes doesn't need to, and I mean, I guess with that in mind, I will go Evan McCarthy. I think he's going to get this done, but just like before, if Jason McCarthy wins, if my prediction is wrong, I will not be that surprised because this one's pretty close also.
Okay, yeah. So we're gonna put, we're gonna give the Intercontinental Champion the benefit of the doubt. We're gonna give him the edge in this one. We're gonna insert him into the main event. So we're gonna get to that. We're gonna move into our mid card section. It's gonna be a fun match. You faced them before. This is for the Hardcore Championship. It is Walter Avon defending his Hardcore Championship against Pork Chop Johnson in an absolute violence match. Who you got? What is your mind? How can you wrap your mind around this match?
What is an absolute violence match? Because I don't know what that is.
So an absolute violence match is a falls count anywhere, extreme rules match. You have to get 5 stars to finish the match. You can only use each basic weapon once, so if it drops or anything like that, you can't pick it back up. So it's going to be a brutal match, an extreme hardcore match.
No disrespect to Porky, but I think he's going to be put on a stick and he's going to get roasted easily. I got Walter Alvin 100 times out of 100.
Nice. Okay. Moving on, the United States Championship. Joe West defends his title against Adrian Atlas. What you got on this one? This seems pretty even to me, honestly.
I don't think I've wrestled either of those guys. Maybe Joe West once, but I would have to check. I don't remember if I've wrestled either of them. I'm pretty sure I have not wrestled Atlas, and I don't think I've wrestled Joe West. But I mean, I guess if I had to pick one, like just out of thin air, I'd probably say Joe West. I'd say champ retaining. If you ask me.
Gotcha.
More experience on his side, and yeah, there's not much I'm going off of here, but yeah, I got Joe West.
Yeah, Adrian Atlas, he has a lot of skill, but Joe West, he's just a vet, and he knows what he got to do to win the match. Next is our world tag team title match. Prodigy, Ray Collins, Walter Alvin, and taking on Hearts of the West and Jason McCarthy and Johnny Prince. Who you got? This is a double match for everyone, really.
I definitely Walter Alvin and Ray Collins. I think they're gonna get it done.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they've been a dominant tag team. I don't think anyone's came close. I think they beat themselves. The only way they lose the titles is if they get suspended. So I think
they are two wrestlers and they have great camaraderie. You just can't beat that.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
And they're great as a team. You just like how are you gonna beat them?
Right. So for now, we're gonna go into our main event. So we're gonna revisit Jason McCarthy and you. All right, for the XPW World Championship, you'll be the winner is the Face of Carnage. Will lead XPW. As the top guy. Of course, I'm not going to ask you who you think is going to win because of course you think you should win. But What challenges do you see out of Jason McCarthy if y'all do come meet in the main event?
He is aggressive in all the right ways. On last year, I was extremely resilient. I could just get hit by a truck and get up in like 5 seconds. But this year, that's just not true anymore, unfortunately. And that was on display when he beat me after I think he only hit his finisher like 3 times. That could be mistaken, but I'm not sure. But point is, on point 2, I was far tougher. Took so much offense to keep me down. You could argue that's how I won the world championship, because I was that tough. And in general, for this world title match, assuming he wins and I win, which I mean, that last one's a given, but anyway. So I think in that match, I hope that I've learned the things I'm gonna have to do. Obviously regaining that toughness that I once had. That's gonna be very important, not just here, but throughout my entire career. I'm gonna need that back for my near future. If I can't get that, I'm probably going to struggle. And also I'm going to have to really learn to deal with the way that Jason Morgan wrestles in the ring. He's aggressive in all the right ways. He's defensive in the right ways when he has to be. And yeah, he's just a very good wrestler. So I've got a mountain to climb, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I think you two are the best singles wrestlers on Carnage. I think it will be a great main event. I think it will steal the show, honestly, if y'all make it to the main event and fight each other. I think the kickouts will be ridiculous and insane. So we're going to look forward for that one, definitely. Okay. Now, the main event that's been advertised for weeks, that's been building up. There's a monkey wrench thrown in there that we didn't know until today or yesterday. Is going to be Vontae versus the reigning Universal Champion ECB in a 3 stages of hell match with the Anarchy General Manager as a special guest referee overseeing all 3 matches. So before we get into this, you wasn't here that long ago, but Adrian Coleman ECB has history. They were a tag team. They are the longest reigning tag team champions of all time. No, actually, I think someone else broke the records, but they were at some point. They were a great tag team, longest reigning during that era. No one, it was almost impossible to beat them. They never really fought each other in big matches one-on-one, but they always were together. They always were on the same page. But now Adrian Coleman is a general manager. He's supposed to be impartial. So knowing all of that, what do you think about this main event for the title?
I'll tell you what, I'm not sure if you remember this, but when I was in the one tag team tournament, I was teaming with Levante Knott. I was honestly not impressed by the way he wrestled. I offered to give him some assistance, and he declined it. And I think that was probably not really a good choice for his career, because I don't think he's really gone up much since then, to be completely honest. And that's no insult to him, but yeah, I think he's definitely got his work cut out for him, taking on ECB, who's been a very, very good champion. He's a very good wrestler. And especially in 3 stages of hell, I think that environment only is going to benefit ECB. But like you mentioned, the special guest referee of Adrian Coleman, that could make things a little bit interesting. We'll just have to see what he does, because I mean, this absolutely anything could happen, and that's the truth of when we have matches like 3 stages of hell and special guest referee. It's outright chaos from start to finish, unpredictable from start to finish. Absolutely anything could happen. But I have ECB retaining. Okay. So Sweet Tea, I think he had Vontae winning. You have ECB, so it's interesting. We got different picks going on. That's what I love. So we got the match card. It's going to be an exciting weekend. Keep following our social media pages for XPW Aftershock results. It's going to be absolutely nuts. But I'd like to thank you, Sergio, for coming on to the show
Really appreciate you and your input, sir. Good luck to you this weekend.
Thank you very much.
All right, we're going to take a quick break, folks. So stay tuned, stay where you at. We are going to jump into EWO first class, okay? So stay where you are, and we're going to get this thing rolling. This is Enter the Tune. Be right back, folks. All right. You can hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay. Okay. So good to go. I'm about to bring us back in. All right. Welcome back to Enter the Tomb. Once again, thank you for tuning in. I'm your host, the Pharaoh. We are here. We're going to talk about some EWO, but let me introduce my special guest here tonight. Is the one, the only, Jeremy. How's it going?
Doing good, doing good. How are you?
Doing great, doing great. This is a big weekend for EWO. It's first class, first pay-per-view of the season. You have a match. We are all looking forward to that. We're gonna go over the card. We're gonna break it down, and we're gonna get your thoughts about your opponent, what you think about the card, and anything you want to say. Because whatever you say is just entertaining. It just pops. So we all love what you got to say, Jeremy. So we're gonna break down the card. How's that sound?
That sounds good.
Good, cool. All right, so EWOs this weekend. We're gonna kick off with the number one contendership for the world title. It is Kenji Okada taking on Caesar Spinks. What do you think about that match?
But who was the first one? Kenji?
Yep, Kenji Okada.
Wasn't that the same person who turned down me in my tag match? Or I'm tripping.
Yep,
That was him.
that was him.
I hope he lose. I hope he lose so real bad. I hope his opponent crushes him. He a disappointment to the company. He shouldn't be working. He shouldn't be even be employed. Here, it's just like unbelievable. Like I had to literally fight that tag team match by myself,
Mm-hmm.
and it was just like given. So it's like I hope he, lose and go to hell.
Yeah,
I wish that
he left you hanging by yourself against the now
yeah.
tag
How
champs. Tag champs. So
how did that?
so I'm assuming that you're pulling for Caesar Spinks to win that match.
I am, I but Kenji, whatever his name is, he needs to stay where he at.
Mm. Those are fighting words. Watch out, Kenji. All right, so we're going to go to your match. It is for the EWO Showtime Championship. It is the reigning champion Alpha taking on you. And a stipulation where someone, there's a stipulation attached to this match is if you don't show up, you are banned from competing for the Showtime Championship. First of all, what do you think about that stipulation, and are you going to show up?
I am going to show up. I can't miss this opportunity. Show I'm gonna show out. I'm not gonna take that just away from him. That's what I'm
Mm.
gonna do. Like
Mm.
so,
And,
just like
and you've beaten him before. You've beaten Alpha before last season.
I did. Yeah, Alpha is Alpha. Thinking of I said oh
Mm.
the bearded. I can't stand him. I forgot his name. I can't stand that Alpha.
Mm. Yeah,
I did be an Alpha before.
so that should give you a little bit more confidence of you can take it to him one more time because he is the longest reigning Showtime champion. But I think it's going to be a good match between you and him. I don't think he's had a singles match yet this season, so we don't know what he's truly made of. So,
Garbage.
okay.
The
Next,
garbage. He's made of all of us. Just like, think someone that face for your face should be the champion, and it's me. Like for the tag team champions, I didn't want to be y'all shitty ass, bloodline. Anyway, like forget y'all because y'all missed out. But I like working them out anyway. But I hope they lose it. I hope they lose the tag team titles soon with some other team. I just can't stand them either. Along with Kenji, whatever his name is. It's like disappointment. I'm basically calling the whole locker room out. Like I hope
Mm.
they watch this too, because every single one of y'all think that I'm corny, I'm this, that, and the third, but y'all some cheaters. Like y'all have y'all overall up to a 99, and let's be for real. Like if it was fair, your overall should be at least like a 88 or at least like a 85, not a 99. That's ridiculous. But whoever overall is a 99, that is unacceptable. You can't wrestle that way. You can't play games that way. You just can't.
Mm.
Let me make it clear.
See,
Oh,
this is why we love you, Jeremy. You always speak your mind. You tell it how it is, and I'm pretty sure the whole locker room is going to be mad at you, but you don't care. You don't care. I already know. You want the smoke.
I don't.
Okay, so of course, our main event for the Next Gen Championship, TJ Hades taking on RJ Smoke for the title. RJ has nothing to lose. He has everything to gain. What do you think about this main event match?
RJ. I can't really say much about it. I hope he loses.
You just want everybody to lose. As long as you win, you just want everybody to lose.
No, I think the match will be phenomenal, but I don't want everybody to lose. I want that person to be Kendrick, whatever his name is. I want him to be Kendrick. It's just like his mouth is so like like yeah. I hope he loses. Like I would literally bet money on it.
Okay.
That's how bad.
Gotcha. Well, that's the card for right now. It's going to be a nice weekend competition. Everyone's looking forward to your match and what's going to happen. So good luck to you, Jeremy.
That
Uh,
is the main topic. First they looking at me. First they want to watch me because I'm the main topic. They want me to win the show because I'm respect. Respect.
hey, we believe you. We believe you. So thank you. We're going to have to take a break. Thank you for coming in, giving us your insight. Good luck to you this weekend.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right.
You all.
All right. We'll be right back, folks, with our final guest of the night. This is Enter the Tune.
Hello.
Hey, how's it going?
Good to hear.
Yeah. One second. I'm just getting everything set.
Yo, so wait, what happened to Jeremy? Did he lag out? Like his internet, you know?
No, I'm just bringing in one at a time.
No,
Yeah.
'cause I seen Jeremy and then he left.
Yeah. His time was done, so once I bring a guest in, I go to break, they leave, and I'll bring someone else new. Okay. Well, he had a lot to say. I hope you heard some of that.
Listen. I'm going to answer his thing. I'm going to challenge him after first class. I'm going to give an open challenge. Let's see if he accepts it.
All right. I'm about to bring it back though. All right.
All right.
Welcome back. We're in the final stretch. We're in the home stretch. This is Into the Tune. Thank you, folks, for listening. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. We have our final guest, the man of the hour, the main event, the one, the only, the EWO Universal Next Gen Champion. TJ Hades, how's it going, sir?
I'm doing good. I can't wait for this weekend, man. I can't wait to defend this title against RJ. It's gonna be a great match, man. Can't wait for it.
Yes, you are at the very top of the card. You are the main event. We're going to get into you and RJ soon, but our last guest, we had Jeremy. For some of our listeners, I hope you had heard what he said. He said some controversial things about the locker room. He has some things to say about you, RJ, Kenji Okada, everybody. What do you think about Jeremy and what he had to say?
Jeremy. I'll tell you this. I'm going to challenge you next week for a match. And if you beat me, I will give you a shot at my title. If you can beat me. Because you don't show up to matches. I mean, I've seen all week, you haven't shown up to one match at all since season 2 came out.
I hope you hear that, Jeremy. He's throwing you out. He's giving you an opportunity to shut him up, to back up your word. So it's going to be very interesting. You are a very generous champion, sir. So before we're going to get into the card. We're going to break down each match and what you think, and of course we're going to end off with your match. This is season 2. This is our first pay-per-view of the season. First class this weekend. Our opener, we have a number 1 contendership match for the EWO World Heavyweight Championship. It is Kenji Okada versus Caesar Spinks. What do you think about that match?
I mean, I faced both opponents. He is one half of the tag team champs. I just faced him last week. The week before that, I just faced Kenny. I'm telling you, Kenny is going to beat him. He has great talent. He's ready for it. I faced him. I've been actually sparring with him, training with him, so he's ready for his match this weekend. Nice.
And hopefully, he will scout out your match between RJ Smoke and just see what he got going on. But we'll get to that. We have an EWO Showtime Championship. The longest reigning Showtime champion, Alpha, defends his title against Jeremy. If Jeremy doesn't show up to this match, he will be banned from competing for the Showtime Championship forever. What are your odds of Jeremy showing up to this match? And if he does show up, does he have a chance of beating Alpha?
No, he doesn't. Alpha's going to come in there. Alpha is going to tear him a new one. Alpha is going to. I think he's going to beat him under 5 minutes because Jeremy's been just talking. Alpha cannot put his hands on him. But this weekend, if he shows up, Alpha's just going to stomp him into the butthole. I can't wait for it.
I think Jeremy has an opportunity to shock the world. He has the opportunity to, if he wins this match, be on the lookout. He will never stop talking. He will make the locker room regret ever doubting him. So that's an interesting match. We just got to get to the match first. That's the thing. Jeremy has to show up. So we're gonna see. We're gonna see. All right, we have our first ever tag team match at First Class. The first ever EWO World Tag Team Champions, the Empire, taking on HYC16 in the form of Captain Greg Hughes and John Young. What do you see this match going?
I mean, it can go either way. It depends. It depends if, like me and my partner last week, we beat them. They're ready. They want revenge. They're hot because they shouldn't. We beat them so quick. They should never. They didn't think they were going to lose. They talked all that smack last week. I think Alpha and the Empire is going to win, but the H1Z is going to give them a run for their money. It's going to be a hard fought.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a hard fought. So, one thing I wanted to I'm worried about is the tag rules. This is the first ever tag match in EWO for the titles. So there's a lot of things they don't know. They're both inexperienced. On the Xbox side, the XPW side, we've been running tag team matches for 8 seasons since 2015, and there are just certain things I see for first-time people tagging together in a traditional tag match for the titles in this league that they break. One thing is getting in the ring when they're not supposed to. You only get in the ring when there's a pin or submission in progress. The stalking outside the apron and trying to go over to the other side. There's rules for you to stay on your side of the apron on the ring, and there's a lot of rules to it. And the main thing I focus on is that we're not going to be perfect. Tag matches are not going to be perfect, so we give you 3 strikes. If we witness 3 intentional rules broken, you can have your match restarted, you can have your match overturned, you can have your match disqualified. So I need these tag teams to pay attention and focus on the rules and win the right way, because once the competition hits, the rule book goes out the window, and I don't want the tag champs to fall victim to that. HY16, I've seen them in tag matches before. They know what they're supposed to do and what they're not supposed to do. The Empire has a lot of pressure on them because they lost. They lost last week. So we gonna see what happens with that one. But regardless, your team has dibs. Whoever comes out, your team is the first in line. If the Empire loses, maybe they get a shot, but you're definitely, there's no one in your way of getting your shots whenever you demand them. Of course, we're going to build to it. You're going to be the first priority because of your performance, you and your partner's performance last week against them. Taking down the champs in a 15 minutes of fame. Took him in 6 minutes? What was it?
It took us 6 minutes. It was
6 out of 15. So I know Empire, they're embarrassed, like you said. They are hot. They are ready for revenge, and they want. And I'm telling you, I'm giving you the inside scoop. They want you. They want your team.
Oh,
yeah. So they need to win this match to get to you, so they can get their rematch. Because they said as soon as they win this match this weekend, they're coming to the office and they're going to demand a rematch against you. So you don't even have to do anything. They're going to come to you.
I know.
All right.
I mean that's what happens when you're the top. You're the world champ. Everybody wants to come after you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right. So speaking of world champ, you are the main event. for your title, the EWO Universal Next Gen Championship. Before we get into this match, how does it feel winning the title a couple weeks ago against RJ, knocking him off, becoming the top guy in EWO? How did that feel? First off,
it felt great. First title here. I was here last season. I was here. Actually, believe it or not, RJ did beat me last season for the title. I fought him last time for the title. He did beat me. So when I beat him last week, it was revenge. So let's see how this weekend goes.
Yes, RJ, he wants to be double champ again. He wants to be the undisputed champion, and I think you winning here, we can start building two functional divisions now for your next gen division and his world championship division. I think the titles are great separated at this point, but hey, it's up to you. If you want to be the top dog, you got to win that match. The spotlight's going to be on you in the main event. So good luck to you, sir. Good luck to you. Good luck to RJ. So any parting words before we get out of here?
I hope RJ shows up with his A game, because he did lose last night. He did lose, so I hope he shows up. I hope he's ready to fight, because I'm ready. I've won every week so far since we came back. I'm 3-0 this week. I don't plan on losing. I don't plan on losing this title anytime soon. I promise you that.
Love it. Love the confidence. It's going to be a great card, great competition, and we're just getting more members. So good luck to you, sir. I really appreciate you for joining the show.
Thank you. Thanks for inviting me, man.
No problem, sir. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
All right, folks, there we have it. We had our 4 guests. A lot of them are confident in their match and what they want to do. It's going to be a great card for our Xbox side, XPW Aftershock. This is our 8th season, and it's going to be a great match, a great main event. You heard it from our guests. We have a lot of members that's very passionate about the league, and they just want to improve their game. It's all in good fun. We have a great show for our Xbox side, XPW, and we have an even great show for our PlayStation side, EWO. Great title matches. It's going to be action packed. So thank you for joining us, supporting us, liking our video, getting the views up, stuff like that. So we love to thank you. If you're interested in joining, you can join by visiting our website, xpwgaming.com. You can follow us on any of our social media sites on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. Just type in XPW League or XPW Sports, XPW Xbox, Twitter, XPW CEO, and you'll find us there. You can send us a quick DM and say, hey, I'm interested, and we're going to get you, involved. We are on WWE 2K23 for the Xbox and PlayStation. We also have other games. Our UFC League is going to be kicking off soon in a couple of days. We're going to have a PlayStation division and Xbox division, so we're looking forward to that. We have an NBA 2K23 League. We're going to be kicking off on both Xbox and PlayStation as well. We're going to get that building in a few weeks, so that's great. We have game nights. Game nights going to be coming back. We jump into the Game Pass for Xbox. We jump into whatever the Game Pass for PlayStation. We go down, from there, and we just play random games that's just outside of the norm. It can be shooting games, golf, whatever, Fall Guys. Great time, great game night, a great way to bring folks together and just have fun playing video games. That's what XPW Gaming is all about. We also have our Mortal Kombat League, so once the new game comes out, we're going to kick that off. We're going to bring that back. There's going to be money fights. We're going to have prize tournaments for dough, for some cash. Yes, we're gonna have some buy-in. So if you buy in for $5, I mean, you can walk out the whole tournament probably over $100. Easy, quick, fast, in a hurry. So we're thinking about money fights for UFC as well, our big championship fights. We've had experience in money fights with XPW in our ladder matches, our Cash App ladder matches, where the winner gets Cash App money. Drew Drake was a winner of one of those. So, and of course we have Destiny 2. We have that as well. So there's a lot of games we have to offer for XPW. So if you're interested, please reach out, support us in any way. But my time is up. Thank you folks for watching. You can follow us. Please comment, like, subscribe wherever you're watching this from, our Twitch, YouTube, or Facebook. Thank you for the undying support. I greatly appreciate it. I'm the J-Man, aka the Pharaoh, Osiris in the house. Thank you for watching Enter the Tune. See you soon.